Teddy Long, a WWE Hall of Famer. The Bo Brad Gilmore here kicking off 3 weeks of action for Summer of Champions 10, along with Chris Russo and Carolina T. Listen to this capacity crowd at the Walker Texas Lawyer Arena.
Quiet yourself, Brad, and let it envelop you.
It's hard to hear here.
I haven't heard a crowd this loud in so long.
We are packed to the gills. A record-breaking attendance.
Hey, Houston, Texas! Reality of wrestling. Come on, players. Can I get a holla, holla, holla? Now, one more time for reality of wrestling. Holla, holla, holla. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going to take up a whole lot of your time. We're going to get this party started and get ready for reality of wrestling, Summer of Champions. Holla, players.
Well, there he is, Teddy Long, who was also the guest general manager at the very first Summer of Champions 10 years ago. The Hall of Famer returns for an exciting night of action, and we are ready for our opening contest.
The following contest is a steel cage match scheduled for 1 fall, and it is for the Empire State Championship. Introducing first, the challenger from Houston, Texas, weighing in at 260 pounds, Grizzled Ryan Davidson!
No stranger to Summer Champions, having competed at the very first one. Ryan Davidson, also the longest reigning Reality of Wrestling Texas champion in history, and that reign was brought to an end, Chris Russo, by Danny Limelight.
Yeah, and what a despicable way to do it as well. Immediately after winning that championship, the Texas title, Danny brings in a trash can and throws it away?
Danny Limelight threw it away and then recrowned himself the Empire State Champion, Carolina.
You know, the whole state of Texas hates Danny Limelight. To rebrand himself as the Empire State Championship here in Houston is the most disrespectful thing that I've ever seen.
Blasphemy, some would say. Blasphemy. But now we await the champion.
What's going on, mi gente?
Come on!
And his opponent from Brooklyn, New York, weighing in at 200 pounds, he is the reigning and defending Empire State Champion, the radioactive puppet, Danny Limelight!
The Puerto Rican Poppy, Danny Limelight, already tearing up signs of the Row faithful here at the Walker Texas Lawyer Arena. He is, like it or not, Chris Russo, the Empire State Champion.
This is one of the very few men where boos make the man stronger. Danny Limelight can't get enough.
Carolina, you've gotten to know Danny Limelight very well over the last several months. I mean, respect isn't a term, it isn't an adjective I'd use to describe him.
Absolutely not. The first time that I ever looked him in the eyes, I knew immediately that he was the man of my worst nightmares. This guy is really, really disrespectful and the meanest person I've probably ever met here at Reality of Wrestling.
Well, you know what? What a ringing endorsement. As we go to one of our senior officials here, referee Jacob. This is how a cage match works, ladies and gentlemen. You can win a variety of ways. You can win via escape of the cage.
I don't think the fans are going to let Danny Limelight escape the cage.
Yeah, it seems like the Walker Texas Lawyer faithful here, the Row faithful at the arena would stop him, but you can win from escaping the cage, pinfall, or submission. And look, Danny Limelight's trying to leave early.
Ryan Davidson pulls him down. Nobody's had more cage matches at Reality of Wrestling than Ryan Davidson.
That is absolutely right. The cage match has become synonymous with Reality of Wrestling and Summer Champions. The main event of both of the first Summer Champions were cage matches for the Row title. Ryan Davidson has been in several cage matches. This is the 19th steel cage match in Row history. Chris Russo, what are the keys to victory for the challenger?
Well, at this point, there can be no shenanigans, no tables, no chairs, what we've seen month in and month out. The man can't escape. Danny Limelight's in a lot of trouble.
Ryan Davidson, early going, is looking good for him, Carolina.
And he does look great. I mean, he is called the Bear for a reason, and Danny Limelight's in the cage with a bear right now.
Oh, my goodness. The forehead, the flesh of the forehead, bouncing and reverberating off the steel grate cover. 1, 2, and a kick out at 2. Gonna have to do more to defeat the Empire State Champion. But you're absolutely right. The Bear lives up to that moniker. He also lives up to this moniker. The first Grand Slam champion in reality of wrestling's history by winning the Texas Championship, the tag team titles, the reality wrestling television title, and of course the Road Championship. Oh, Danny Limelight trying to find some daylight here. That's not a way to do it.
No. When we talk about Ryan Davidson, the term that comes to mind is the Vanguard. Ryan Davidson and leads reality wrestling to this era that we're in now. Look at this arena.
Look at this arena and look at this crowd. This is the excitement that is reality wrestling. This is the excitement that is pro wrestling. If it wasn't this exciting, we would call it baseball.
Ryan Davidson off to a hot start, pummeling Danny Limelight. He is just a beast right now, and everybody's getting their money's worth.
Well, I think the Bear might be thinking about climbing out of the cage right now. Danny Limelight has got zero offense in here so far.
Well, it's about readjusting. Okay, all right, you got, that might be one way to readjust something, Brad.
Well, you know what? He started hitting octaves he didn't know he had. Ryan Davidson's going to be a hit at karaoke later on, but tonight, here at the Walker, Texas Lawyer Arena, excuse me, he is not enjoying himself. Danny Limelight needed that, Carolina. He needed to find himself a moment in as we get to a cover 1 and a kick out after 1. Danny needed something.
He definitely needed something, and as somebody who is the current Empire State Champion, he's not a slouch. He's a champion for a reason. He brings the sazon, he brings the heat to reality of wrestling, and he's the one who took the title from Ryan to begin with.
That's absolutely right. We know that Danny Limelight has what it takes to defeat the Bear.
He's done it before. He's done it multiple times under auspicious means, I'll call it.
You know what? That's a generous way of putting it.
Just trying to use my verbose lexicon over here, Brad.
The crowd is chanting, Danny sucks. They really do not like him.
Well, there's not much to like other than his in-ring IQ is really second to none, Chris. When you see what he's able to do inside the squared circle, by auspicious means or not, it is very impressive.
It takes a level of comfort that only comes with years of experience that he's able to jaw jack and take his eye off, even for a second, from Ryan Davidson.
You know, that is one thing that has been his biggest gift and also his biggest curse is Danny Limelight's ego, but it's gotten him really far as he and Ryan are now trading chops to the chest in the center of the ring here at Summer of Champions. And there's just the opening match.
I'm telling you, Teddy Long really knows how to put together a fantastic show.
We got to give props to the executive manager tonight, one night only, Teddy Long, the WWE Hall of Famer. Still a lot to come on this first week of reality wrestling action. He's like Spider-Man. He's like Spider-Man. That's like Miles Morales.
I mean, just like from the Empire.
My goodness. 1, 2, and we almost had and still.
Ryan Davidson might have the size, but Danny Limelight has the heart of a champion. And he'll try to get a title by any means necessary. He'll try to retain the title. And I don't know what to expect from Danny Limelight ever.
Did you just say he has the heart of a champion? I thought there was just a cold, dark spot where one is supposed to be.
Yeah, you know what? You might be onto something, Russo. He is heartless.
You very well might be. But here's the thing. A lot of the tools and tactics Danny Limelight has been able to implement in matches past with Ryan Davidson are really not in play here because he is trapped to the confines of a steel cage. There's no getting to the outside to take a breather. There's no other kind of rules that he can use to disqualify himself or anything like that. There must be a definitive winner in a steel cage match. Oh, Ryan Davidson looking for his classic power slam. Danny Limelight had it scouted. That's the in-ring IQ I'm talking about, Carolina.
Absolutely. And, well, he was trying to get out the cage and...
Yeah, but notice how Danny runs away like a yellow belly and instead of trying to go for a pin or a submission.
I feel like they're doing a wall climb right now. They're both climbing the wall at the same time.
Yeah, but here's the thing, Carolina. In the last 10 plus years of reality of wrestling, Ryan Davidson loves to go flying in these cages.
Both men are down, all for the Reality of Wrestling Empire State Championship. This is your opening match at Summer of Champions 10. I couldn't agree with the Road Nation anymore as our referee begins a count. Ryan Davidson looks to get back up to a vertical base first, Carolina.
The crowd here at the Walker, Texas Lawyer Arena is absolutely on fire. They're really hot for this cage match.
Oh, bam! Ryan Davidson wants that championship back. Oh! And going for a bear trap fist drop. That is classic Ryan Davidson. The cornerstone, the bear, the ruthless one. Oh, so many monikers, and he lives up to every single one.
I think it's just that absolute fire of hatred also that Ryan has right now for this Empire. Have you seen the title itself? It's disgusting. I'm sorry, no offense to the Yankees. Well, maybe a little bit as a Red Sox fan, but still, not unbecoming here of what we want of a Texas champion.
Oh, look at that! Oh, power slam off the top rope. Going for the cover. 1, 2, and we have a new no.
Very close, but no cigar.
Close but no cigar, Russo. I believe you were just saying you're a Red Sox fan, and I am glad that you got cut off. As Ryan Davidson climbs to the top, maybe he's looking to escape right here.
No way.
Ryan Davidson.
I see. Look at that. I can see.
Ryan's going for it. Ryan had one leg over. Well, the thing is, Chris, you got to win by any way you can, and if you see the opportunity to climb out of that cage, you'd be foolish to not do it.
I don't know. I mean, sometimes pride turns into hubris, but I would think if I'm Ryan, I want to inflict as much damage as possible to Danny.
And he absolutely can. Ryan Davidson has the size.
Wait a minute.
Oh.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
What I'm talking about, Brad.
Ryan Davidson from the top rope. Oh my gosh. A corkscrew frog splash. That has to be it. Getting a Danny over cover. 1, 2, and that's it. No. 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 Damn it, no. Ryan Davidson pleading with our referee.
Everybody in the state of Texas is on fire right now. Ryan told me earlier he's doing this for Texas and the entire state.
Wait a minute. Danny Limelight almost getting out. He almost got out, but Ryan Davidson caught him at the last second.
It's not just about getting out, Brad. It's getting out with both feet touching the ground.
That is a great distinction, and no, Danny Limelight reverses. Can he get the big man up? Can he get the big man up? Not able to. A low blow, but anything goes in a cage match.
Oh, the PK! The PK!
Oh man, Ryan Davidson has so much momentum.
Goodness,
Danny Limelight got him up.
Spin the block! This is how Danny has gotten away with win after win, no matter how despicable it's been.
Well, now the Puerto Rican Poppy Carolina's going up top.
Oh, bear down!
Can he capitalize and go for the cover?
Oh boy.
Cover. 1, 2, and still no. No, it was 2. Only a 2 count. At the last possible second, Ryan Davidson got the shoulder up. Much to the dismay of Danny Limelight.
What a save.
Well, which man's going to get back up to a vertical base first?
You know, my opinion here, because this is number 19 as far as cage matches, if anybody knows how and when to turn on the afterburners, it's going to be Ruthless Ryan Davidson.
A big forearm shot from the bear. He and Danny have really laid it all out tonight, Carolina.
They absolutely have. I mean, Danny Limelight isn't a slouch, like I said earlier. He has something to prove. He wants to retain the Empire State Championship because he feels like everybody does not have faith in his skills and they doubt him because of his size, but he's here to make a statement. He can defeat anybody, even as big as Ryan.
Whoa, and here we go. Leveling up there.
Holy moly! Another cover!
1, 2, and that is not it.
I mean, Danny Limelight was gearing up to try out for the 2028 Olympic soccer team with that kick. Unreal. And yet.
Yeah, and yet it's still
Ryan just clawing.
Both of them look exhausted right now. They've been giving it their all in this opening match. It's been incredible to watch.
Danny Limelight again going to the up top, trying to find himself.
Oh, no.
Almost over.
And Danny Limelight's there. Danny Limelight's there. Oh, wait a minute. Ryan Davidson is fighting Danny Limelight from the top of the cage.
Oh, you stop it.
This is dangerous, ladies and gentlemen. This is what this championship means to them. This is what the Empire State Championship means to Danny Limelight.
I encourage kids to not try this at home.
This is definitely one that, I don't know if too many backyards have a steel cage handy, but if they did, do not try this one.
Oh, by the hair, by that almost perfectly coiffed hair.
And right now, Ryan Davidson powered Danny Limelight and a chop. What is the bear thinking here?
I just don't want him to chop Poppy off the cage.
I know, I was just thinking the same, a precarious position from the champion, the challenger. What is he thinking?
Oh, no! You've got to be kidding me!
No. Is he going to try a Davidson driver?
Great! Googly!
Off the top rope. Can he capitalize? He goes for the cover. 1, 2, 3, and no!
Here is your winner, Empire State Champion, Grizzled Ryan Davidson!
The championship might have been on vacation for a moment, but it has returned home to Texas. Ryan Davidson brings our great statewide nightmare to a close.
And you know what? I'm all about happy endings, and this is the first match, and I am so happy that we're starting off this way.
Carolina.
Ryan Davidson, all in, getting our money's worth tonight. The Bear, Texas is back.
Ryan Davidson has now recaptured what is still called the Empire State Championship. He doesn't look too happy about it.
Bucky's over bodegas all day long.
Bucky's over bodegas, indeed. As in our first match, and our 19th steel cage match, the championship has changed hands. Could it be of what we're going to see throughout these 3 weeks of Summer of Champions? Will new titles be claimed?
Well, if the action that we just saw is anything representative for the rest of this...
Wait, hold on here. We got a trash can.
Oh,
He's taking that Empire State Championship and threw it away. Yeah. He threw it away. Wait a minute. What is that? There's the new Texas Championship. Kennedy Smith with our new Road Texas Championship. And we have a new champion.
Texas is back.
Texas forever, like Bun B. Ryan Davidson, victorious at Summer of Champions.
Kennedy Smith here with Reality of Wrestling, and making his way over to me now is Will Allday. You are getting ready for your first matchup after a brutal bicep injury. And as you were getting ready for it, last time we saw you, Terrale Tempo attacked you in the ring. So tell me, where's your head at?
You know, I thought we were going into this as friendly rivals, a little bit of friendly competition. I put my hand out there for Tempo to shake, and I thought we'd see each other man-to-man, full strength against full strength. And, you know, what I learned last time that I saw Tempo is maybe you've lost a little confidence, Tempo. You know, I used to look up to you. When I started here at Reality of Wrestling, he was a top guy. He was a guy that everybody's name was chanting. And like he said earlier tonight, which I saw, that changed a little bit. They're not chanting your name anymore, Tempo. And as far as your name goes, Tempo, I think the only tempo that anybody's going to remember after tonight is not just the referee counting 1, 2, 3, but the tempo of the crowd chanting all damn day. I'll see you out there, Tempo.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing Chris from the streets, second generation Netflix superstar. The Bushetto has batting around Hollywood Haley J.
Well, here comes Hollywood Haley J making her reality.
Hollywood, Brad. Get it right, man.
Excuse me. Hollywood Haley J. Thank you for that correction, Chris.
I know that you've never stepped foot on the other side of the tracks, Brad, and I understand, and I'll give you a pass just this one time.
Look, I'm in these streets. You better ask about me, Chris Russo. But we have Hollywood Haley J making her road debut.
And her opponent from San Salvador, El Salvador, La Leona, Alejandra Quintanilla.
Alejandra the Lion. Someone we have seen in reality wrestling over the last several years, coming back in a big spot at Summer of Champions 10 Week 1 action. But guys, we have to take a second to breathe after that steel cage match between Ryan Davidson and Danny Limelight. The Empire State Championship is no more. The Texas title has returned.
Look, find your inhaler, Brad, whatever you need to catch your breath. I mean, it's just going to be hit after hit after hit. I'm excited to see these two ladies in action.
Well, here we go, Carolina Teague.
Man.
There's the bell, and Hollywood Haley J, who's appeared on Netflix as a part of the Wrestlers program, a standout from Ohio Valley Wrestling, OVW, coming down here to Reality of Wrestling.
Her goal tonight, she told me earlier, is to impress Booker T and to dress cute, but to do anything and get a win by any means necessary, even if she has to get down and dirty tonight.
Well, let's see if she can check both boxes, both goals, and see if they can be accomplished. Alejandra the Lion, though, is no joke, Chris.
No, and even though she does... Whoa!
Oh, twerking. She's twerking on her.
A little twerking, okay. I don't know.
That's distracting.
For who?
For everybody watching. I mean,
yeah, that's true.
Especially Alejandra. Oh, now Alejandra's, showing her that she can shake it too.
Shake it real fast, get a little mo.
Okay, all right, I'm not even going there.
Now, Hollywood, she says that she's half bougie and half ghetto. She's a boughetto.
Can I get the country of origin on that word?
Yeah, can you use it in a sentence?
So she doesn't have a country of origin. She just told me she's from the streets. She's from the streets, guys.
Well, look, I want to be real serious for a moment because, yes, I think the world at large was exposed to Hollywood through Netflix, but that is certainly simply years of time and effort put in to make a name for herself. Good, bad, or ugly, hey, she's got the credo to go along with everything that she's deserved to this point.
No, she... Oh!
What?
She just used somebody's purse. I think she just used somebody's purse.
Is that not a foreign? Okay, all right, never mind.
It looked like a foreign object.
I think that we're summer champions. We want to make sure we have definitive winners here.
I'm okay with that.
We're going to be a little loose tonight.
I mean, we could be definitive all we wish, but Hollywood
Get it right.
made it clear. I got to get it right. She made it clear that she's down to do whatever to get this win. She's trying to impress all of us, like she said. So I don't know what to expect from her. This is her debut, and it's going to be a lot of fun to watch. Alejandra, though, I just want to let you guys know, she's also from the hood, too. She's from El Salvador, and it's one of the most dangerous countries on planet Earth.
They will cut you.
They will. She actually told me that earlier, that they actually will cut you.
Okay, well, there you go. You're learning so much at Reality Wrestling Summer of Champions 10. I want to thank you all for joining us, whether you're watching us on one of our many television affiliates right here in our hometown on CW39, or the Reality Wrestling YouTube channel, which has just passed 785,000 subscribers. We thank you for joining us for this as we were waiting our main event tonight, the return to action of two men, Will Allday the former reality wrestling champion, and Terrale, a former Texas and TV champion in his own right. That is our main event tonight as Hollywood Haley J. Big chop to Alejandra the Lion.
Fun fact about Alejandra, she's the first and only female natural-born Salvadorian citizen to work for AEW, Ring of Honor, and NWA.
Well, there's a reason why Teddy Long wanted Alejandra to be here at Summer of Champions.
Oh, man. When he wanted her here, you got to thank Teddy Long for really looking at the talent here at Reality Wrestling and putting together an incredible card as Hollywood Haley J goes to the cover 1, 2, and a kick out. And again, some of you might be wondering, why is Teddy Long in charge tonight? First of all, why not? But second of all, in our main event in 2 weeks on Reality of Wrestling Summer of Champions 10, the Reality Wrestling Championship will be decided when Gaspar Hernandez challenges Edge Stone for the title, and the special guest referee, Andrew Jackson.
Well, clearly you need a few weeks to get yourself in ring shape, even if you are the executive manager. I just wonder, is Andrew Jackson going to be on one side or the other?
Well, you know what? I think he's going to call it right down the middle.
Okay.
I know Andrew Jackson. Boom! Big shot there from Hollywood Haley J.
I mean, look, I'm dating myself right now, but I'm old enough to remember Hollywood being on MTV with 3-6 Mafia, but she's got that swagger. Haley J, she carries herself with that swagger. Certainly, wow. Okay.
Yelling at the crowd. Crowd is getting angry with Hollywood.
Boom. Oh, look at that. Alejandra the Lion, the reversal, and a backstabber. A backstabber. That has just opened some daylight for Alejandra the Lion, who's been taking a lot of abuse there from Hollywood Haley J.
She did tell me earlier that her goal is that even though Hollywood is bougie and ghetto, she comes from the streets too of El Salvador, and she's not afraid to go down with Hollywood Haley J and put up a good fight.
Well, you know what? We're seeing a good fight right there as a kick right to the side of the dome piece.
I mean, crazy like Tina comes to mind. Here we go.
Shades of WWE Hall of Famer Rey Mysterio there. Little 619 action. She just dialed up cover 1, 2, and a kick out from Hollywood Haley J. Speaking of the women, we have some history to make for both women's championships here at Reality Wrestling. Next week, we're going to see the first ever Reality Wrestling Women's Tag Team Champions crown, as well as 2 weeks, part of our double main event. We're going to see the undisputed Women's Championship up for grabs. Mia Friday, the interim champion, defends against Gigi Ray and Promise Braxton.
I really love how Reality of Wrestling is really taking women's matches by the storm. They're being very innovative, coming up with new ways to implement women here at Reality of Wrestling, and that's something I can get behind.
I mean, Kylie Ray, AQA, Roxanne Perez, Ember Moon, all graduates here from Reality of Wrestling. So we have a long storied history with producing great female talent and putting great female talent on display, as you're seeing right now. Hollywood Haley J rolling Alejandra the Lion back into the ring. What is she doing? Is she getting a chair? What is she doing? She's gonna get herself disqualified.
I mean, Alejandra could very easily use that chair as well.
She's telling her to bring it.
Alejandra has a fiery temper, but she's able to control herself and return the foreign object to our official, MJ Bell.
Oh my God, what's that?
Oh, wait a minute. What was that?
What was that?
What was that? Haley J with a foreign object. 1, 2, 3, and she stole a victory at Summer of Champions.
Here is your winner, Hollywood Haley J.
I mean, it looked like a sock of some sort. I mean, I don't know. I mean, you put coins or soap, something went in there. That knocked Alejandra clean out.
What the hell are you talking about? Soap?
It looked like a bag of rocks.
I don't know what it was, but whatever it was enough to knock Alejandra the Lion out. We might need some attention for her here. Make sure she's okay as Hollywood Haley J is spinning whatever was in that sock to victory here at Summer of Champions 10. Well, coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, our main event on week 1, Allday and Terrale Temple.
I told you, man. Don't worry about a thing. I got it all worked out. I mean, special guest referee. You get me? Look, man, you know what? Even if that falls through, I got something special. I got an ace in the hole. Okay. We walk out summer champions. And still, reality of wrestling. El Gran Campeón. You feel me?
I feel you.
Oh, yeah.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Limelight, Texas, weighing in at 230 pounds, the Terrale Tempo!
Well, at once a favorite of everybody in the state of Texas and reality of wrestling, Tempo making his return. The last time we saw him was he was inside the ring with Will Allday, and what looked to be at first a friendly exchange, Chris Russo, turned ugly rather quickly.
Oh, I loved it. That's how you make a statement to welcome yourself back in. And what did those actions allow for Tempo to be right here at Summer of Champions?
Well, Carolina, I don't know about you. Russo was a fan. Were you?
No. I thought that was a very, very, very disrespectful thing for
Very,
Will
very,
Allday.
very?
Very, very, very.
Children, can you stop, please?
It was bad. You shouldn't be. The way that he tried to take out Will Allday, that was totally unfair.
Well, speaking of, we hear that music.
And his opponent, making his return from a torn bicep tendon, from Houston, Texas, Allday, Will Allday!
An electric reaction from one of the most electric pro wrestlers in the industry today, Will Allday. A man who has main evented Summer of Champions before, and he adds another main event to his resume this week on week 1 of Summer of Champions. This time, though, Chris Russo, he is battling back from a serious injury.
Yeah, but if there is anyone that can feed off the adrenaline and the pressure from this situation, yeah, it's that man.
Well, we are getting ready. Referee MJ Bell calls for that bell. And here we go. Oh my God, Will Allday and Terrale Tempo.
That is not a good start for Will Allday.
And immediately Tempo tried to immediately grab that arm.
Well, that arm is the surgically repaired arm of Will Allday, tearing a bicep while preparing for a upcoming match. Had a huge bicep tear where he had to go under the knife for it. The doctors told him he was going to be out for several months. Knowing Will Allday, he came back in half the time.
You know, some might call that brilliant to come back. I call it, well, maybe a touch foolish. We'll see.
Well, some people call you foolish, Chris Russo. That doesn't stop you from showing up to work. Fair, right? Okay. Terrale Tempo. All on Will Allday. Will Allday, though, fought us some daylight. Oh, my goodness.
I'm starting to wonder, Brad and Carolina, if there's any ring rust at all for Terrale Tempo being gone so long. We're talking about Will Allday being out of action. It's not like Tempo's been around.
You know what? Will Allday did tell me earlier that when he tried to hurt his arm, that showed him his weakness, that he was intimidated by Will Allday, because he said even at me after
Will Allday to the outside. And this reality of wrestling crowd loves Will Allday, and he lives up to that name. Not only is it his given name, his Christian name, if you will, but he lives up to the moniker of Allday because he is nonstop.
He is, and he's going to go flying here. No?
No, Terrale Tempo had it scouted. Tempo up to a vertical base. Oh, this is the first time we're seeing Terrale Tempo back in a reality wrestling ring in several years, actually. Terrale Tempo, though, no stranger to the row, a former reality of wrestling television champion and a former reality of wrestling Texas champion.
Yeah, you can make fun of me, Carolina, about you liked what he did. Last month, he was nowhere to be seen for Summer of Champions. Now, he's here main eventing Terrale Tempo. So you tell me, was he successful in trying to get himself here? I think the answer is yes.
Yeah, he was successful, but look who he's going up against. Somebody who technically says he's at 50% right now. So are you successful if you go up against somebody who thinks they're at 50%?
That's not his fault. He's going to fight the opponent that's right in front of him, his Tempo. That's not his fault.
I mean, you know what? It's not his fault, but at the same time, it is kind of dirty that he did that.
It is dirty. All-day chants coming through the Walker Texas Lawyer Arena.
Tempo did tell me, though, that it's nothing personal. It's all business. He hates Row Nation.
Cover one.
He hates all of Row Nation. And he said his goal is to burn the Walker Texas Lawyer Arena down.
Wait, hold on now.
That's what he said.
Are you still on his side now, Chris?
He said, quote me, I'm here to burn down the Walker Texas Lawyer Arena.
Wow.
And I hate all of Row Nation. They turned their back on me, and they never rooted for me when I was champion.
Watch out.
That's some vintage Terrale Tempo right there. Here's the thing about Tempo. Cover 1, 2. Although his attitude has seemed to turn a bit sour as of late, he is a freak athlete. This is a man who trained in mixed martial arts, who could have very well been in the Ultimate Fighting Championship as a top title contender, but his sport that he chose was professional wrestling, and he has excelled in that everywhere that he has been, including at Reality of Wrestling.
I mean, you talk about a multi-tool athlete. Look at this!
Upperoo, baby! Cover 1, 2, and a no! Wow!
So right now, we're seeing one of those tools on display. Unbelievable power. We've seen agility, and now here's another one. Intelligence.
Intelligence from who? Intelligence from Tempo or Will Allday? Because Will Allday is small, and he says what he lacks in size, he makes up for it in his intelligence.
Carolina Tempo is smart enough to work on that injured, surgically repaired bicep. Look at this.
You know, this is one I actually got to agree, I hate to say, with Chris Russo on it. I mean, Will Allday telling us about that injury, still having it not 100%. You see it's still taped up. I mean, it's like chumming the water. It's blood in the water for the shark.
Yeah.
Good on him. Good on Will Allday to want to compete, to be here, to give it his all. But Will is not 100%, and that's on him.
Well, right now, Will almost got 100% of that kick.
Can't capitalize, though, right this second. Look what Will's favoring.
Will's favoring that arm, but a big clothesline to the top, sending him right out in front of the brand new stage here at the Walker Texas Lawyer Arena.
This is awesome. Look at what we've got going on here. You know what? I think Will may want to christen this brand new stage. I know that look in his eyes.
I think Will Allday wants a closer look. And there he goes. Flying through the air is Will Allday, and the crowd absolutely loves what they are seeing.
Now, he said he played wide receiver in football, but he looked like a defensive tackle right there.
Big flying tackle off the top with a, oh no. Looking for a big elbow drop.
Yeah, and then the knees right on that injured bicep. Here we go.
Oh man. That might be all paying dividends.
You see the recoil?
1, 2, 3. Two.
Gotta give MJ Bell credit.
This is exactly why Tempo has a chip on his shoulder, because of stuff like this.
You know what? I mean, MJ Bell says the shoulder was up. Perhaps the inertia, the centrifugal force of his hand coming down made the mat touch.
Yeah.
But make no mistake, Will's shoulder was up. That is the right call from MJ Bell.
It was the right call. It was the right call, and I can see why Tempo has a black heart here at Reality of Wrestling.
Well, I think this proves Tempo's point that he feels that the whole world is against him.
In some ways,
I mean, it seems like a conspiracy.
In some ways, I mean, I could see how you would draw that conclusion. But right now, Terrale Tempo off the second rope looking for paying dividends, but no. Will Allday counters. Will Allday counters.
Will Allday is adored amongst all the Row Nation. He's just looking for that moment. Will Allday's just looking for that right moment of opportunity. Holy smokes!
To close 1, 2, 3, and got it.
Here is your winner,
what, 90% across the ring, and was able to get a victory by a way in which we don't normally see from him. A flying elbow drop got him the 3 count here tonight.
Will Allday has one speed, and that speed is go. Integrity, authenticity wins every time.
Well, that is week 1 here at the Reality of Wrestling.
We got 2 more weeks?
We got 2 more weeks of this, and Will Allday. Wait a minute. Terrale Tempo, despicable. Catching Will Allday after the match is already over. Oh, yeah. Oh, you're real great, Tempo. What a cheap shot.
I mean, what does Tempo have to gain at this point?
He hates No Nation.
Oh my goodness, what is he thinking? Will Allday, that arm right into the steel steps.
Can we get security out here or something?
I mean, we need somebody to break this up. This is not okay.
Oh my gosh, Tempo has got Allday's arm in those steel steps. Don't you dare! Don't you dare!
No! Oh my gosh! The surgically repaired arm of Will Allday. Well, ladies and gentlemen, not the ending to the first week of Summer of Champions we wanted to see. For my broadcast colleagues, Chris Russo and Carolina Teague, our director, Kevin Bernhardt, our executive producers, Booker and Charvel Huffman. My name is the Bo Brad Gilmore, and we will see you on week 2 of Summer of Champions 10.